This is it, from scratch. Oh, nothing in my hands. We'll go on to AutoTrader. I've just clicked AutoTrader. What comes up? A dirty, great big advert. This is before. You know, I noticed High Peak Auto said he spends £72,000 a year on AutoTrader, advertising his cars on AutoTrader. John still spends 42 grand, I think, a year on AutoTrader. A one-man band now, John is spending 42 grand a year on AutoTrader. So I've clicked on AutoTrader. Private, computer, not clicked anything else. The first thing I see, great JQ7 leasing deals. Learn more. Before I actually even get to somebody who's paid to advertise on AutoTrader, JQ leasing deal, I go down here, look, the landing page, leasing you can trust now with AutoTrader. Sell your car your way. Get the full experience. Lease a brand new car, more leasing. Reserve online with AutoTrader. We know what your car's really worth. Join the million who value their car with AutoTrader. It's completely free. And within seconds, we will give you a live valuation of what your car is worth. Now, I've had a go at AutoTrader because when it all went wrong, they were valuing our cars for us. And then I discovered that if you actually went on as a private and you valued your car on AutoTrader, for them to buy it, or for Mannheim or whoever it was behind it to buy it, they outbid the dealers. No, I know, you can't believe it, can you? So they outbid me, so I argued with them, well, how can your valuation to the customer from me be less than the valuation of the auction, who are then going to sell them to me? How can that be right? Well, that doesn't happen very often. It doesn't matter how often it happens, it's not right. You need to change it. This is where things started going wrong. That's when I first noticed it. Not playing fair. Now, if you want dirty tricks, trust me, I'm the kiddie.
Hi, it's Barry. Just a quickie. This car is on dealer auction. AT retail, £8,743. Starting price, £5,750. I would be surprised if it gets a bid, let alone sells, but bid margin at the moment is £2,993. If it was a private's car and they used the AT Part X, they would get a figure of £4,860. That's what they would be offered from the app, from a dealer. If they brought it into me, I would get a trade value of £5,003 and a retail of £8,734. That's off the dealer's AutoTrader valuation system. However, if they'd already put it into AutoTrader, advertise it themselves, they would be told they could expect to sell it privately on AutoTrader for £6,710, which is absolutely ludicrous, especially considering that AutoTrader's Buy It Mannheim service won't even bid on it. This is when I put it into AutoTrader's Buy It Now. At the time, they were telling everybody else how well EVs were selling, but their buying service wouldn't buy EVs or bid on them. Scenario 1, AT Part X bid, £4,860, which is £1,850 less than the auto bid. So straight away they dismiss the dealer, and he has lost a potential sale before they even get a chance to speak to the customer. They're thinking that they can sell it on AutoTrader and get £1,850 more than part exchanging it at a dealer. Scenario 2, they walk into the dealer bids them £5,003, which is £1,707 less than AutoTrader has told them they can sell their car privately for. An argument ensues about the dealer being a robbing bastard, and the dealer loses the sale. This has happened several times when the customer thinks you're trying to nick his car, and it's not the case. Now compare your prices to Cap. Clean, 6,200. You're saying we should offer the customer £5,003, but Cap says it's worth £6,200. I mean this in the nicest way, but the wheel has come off at AutoTrader. They need to stop trying to tell dealers how they should be selling cars. The price banners need to go, and you need to get back to what we are paying you for, which is advertising our cars, not telling us how much we can ask for them. They need to stop alienating dealers who sell ICE cars, move all the spammy Vanarama adverts. It's so difficult for us to find our own cars on AutoTrader, so God knows how the customer finds them. A third of the search page is filled with the stuff AutoTrader wants you to see, not actually what you search for. If I'm looking for a used van, I don't want to be offered a new Nissan Leaf from Vanarama. Then 2 days later, I don't want an email from them offering me another lease deal. Honestly, I just can't believe it. I took one of the girls out from AutoTrader many years ago, and she was telling me about this new website that they were going to be doing. She was pitching it to a website design company. If I knew then what I knew now, she would be buried under my fucking patio. Reply, useful data, Barrie. Thanks a lot for sharing. I'll share it with a couple of colleagues and give you a bell after I've chatted it through. In fact, would you join a quick call over the next few weeks to chat it through? We are doing some work on valuations in the next few months. I think it would be good for you to meet our product lead who is working on this. To be clear, that was just an example from the first Nissan Leaf that was for sale on dealer auction. Other examples are worse, where you are showing privates what their car is worth to sell on AutoTrader, and the difference between that and what you tell the dealer that they can ask for the car on your site is minuscule. No price banners for privates, neither is there 20% VAT, warranties, valeting, electric, rates, rent, trade insurance or wages. You are killing dealers and making it very difficult to deal customers with a Part X. I think you can very legitimately talk to the difference between private and trade prices for the above reasons though, no? To a consumer I mean. No, when the difference is nearly £2,000 on an £8,000 car, it's a non-starter. We sold an A-Class today. It was a special model. It's mint. You say we are cheap on the car by £700. Car Gurus said it was overpriced by £1,500. Cap said we were spot on. But the customer had another A-Class to part exchange. We couldn't deal him because we would have been taking in an older, higher mileage, lesser model A-Class for very little to swap. Using your valuations, it was just a non-starter. The customer is going to try and sell it himself. Even after a balance sheet close, I couldn't make him see the stupidity of the valuation. Your price banners are costing you money. We have reduced our spend by 25% with AutoTrader and now spend that money with Car Gurus and eBay. Any high-priced cars we put on there. Incidentally, they aren't a high price. They are beautiful examples. Your high-price banners just stop us from selling great cars on AutoTrader, so your readers are actually missing out, and it's your fault. Let's chat. I don't agree on price flags, but the debate is good. We'll bell after speaking to the pricing bods. A cam belt is the difference between a great price and a high price. It's also the difference between happy motoring and scrapping your car. Your algorithm does not have my experience. Of course not, but equally the data says that consumers don't mind paying for a high-priced car. They tend to sell us quickly. My reply, data, gun pointing at head emoji. I'd love to come for a visit. I'm sure I'd learn a lot. I'm not sure whether it was being sarcastic there, but I put, I'm past my sell-by date. Little bit later, your valuations are getting worse and worse as each day goes by. Want to part exchange? Search cars with part exchange deals available and get up to £5,020 for your car. Customers part exchange price on a Fiesta up to £5,020. AutoTrader's buy it now price. According to AutoTrader, if the customer comes to us to part exchange their car, they would get up to £5,020. But AutoTrader will buy that vehicle for £5,707 directly off the customer. So they are giving, they supply both prices, our valuation and their buy it now price. So AutoTrader will buy it now for £687, more than a dealer would give in part exchange. For them to go on to put it on dealer auction, their auction site where they sell cars that they've bought to other car dealers. They've told the customer that the car dealer would only give 5,020 in part exchange, but then they are going to sell us that car back to a dealer through dealer auction for more than £5,707. So why would we pay them more than £5,707 but only give a private customer 5,020? It's insane. Your valuation is in £6,390. Sell privately for the most money, or check out our other selling options. Or the customer could advertise it on AutoTrader and get £6,390, £1,270 more than in Part X from a robbing bastard dealer. And you've given all the prices. Can you not see that's wrong? Cap trade, £6,100. That's what we gave him. Not 5,020, £6,100. That's what it was worth. If it was left to you, we would have lost the deal completely. And the profit potential of selling a really, really lovely used car from our pitch. You were suggesting that we give somewhere between below average and average to buy a beautiful car. Right, thank you. Do me a favour, tell your sales prevention department to shove the bids where the sun don't shine. Question, fire away. If we moved our Part X value to line up with our trade value, what would you think of that? To drive more Part X leads, I mean. I think that you can't give a trade-in price to a customer, then outbid us with your buy it now price that comes from the same data, the same algorithm, but is purposely swayed for you to get the vehicle, not us. You are working against us, not with us.
You can go there, look, sell your car your way, sell your car. Advertise on AutoTrader, sell fast for free. So again, they're taking a revenue stream away from you. Before they've even got to your car, they're going to find out how much they can sell it on AutoTrader for. Which again is rubbish. Because when you compare the retail price for dealers and what they tell privates they can get, it's just not right. This seems to be constructed to take money away from dealers while charging them, and then charging them for stuff they don't want. They'd be better off, I tell you what, AutoTrader, don't do us any favours, don't make Deal Builder. Instead, you take off that page. Let them get onto our page first. Not only that, they offer finance. They're competing against their customers. It is not fair at all. So once you've got past AutoTrader being your biggest competitor, who you're paying, who you're funding to be your biggest competitor, making videos to tell us what to do, I've forgotten more than they'll ever know. Honestly, I've forgotten. And there's better people out there than me who've forgotten even more perhaps than I'll know. This is unbelievable. When you get past the advert for Chinese EVs, when you get past the advert leasing you can trust, now with AutoTrader, can you trust it? Because I don't think you can. Because I've seen cheaper deals from other people. I've also seen servicing contracts that are cheaper than AutoTrader's. So I don't think leasing you can trust. Now, here's an example. Find your lease. Let's have a look. Vauxhall. Vauxhall Frontera. There's 10. Here we go. Frontera 1.2 GS. Is there an electric one? Because you know how much I like electrics. They're only showing hybrids there. Right, so there. Available June. Of course, this is a hybrid with a petrol in. And 48 months, 5,000 mile, from £297 a month, £3,564 down. On electric everything here. Vauxhall Frontera Estate. Advanced £1,612, 5,000 miles, £119.50 per month, including VAT. Now you know me and leases. How can you trust that? That's 5,000 miles. Let's just go into it. Let's take it down to 24 months. £361 a month. What's the deposit there? £1,612. That's £1,612. What was the deposit? 4,300. So if we take it down to 6 months, 2,600. We'll take it down to 3 months, £1,474. So AutoTrader's lease, 24 months, £491. When you can get one, a Vauxhall Frontera Estate there, off Laughing Boy, Dancers Are, for £119.50. Let's just go electric deals. Minimum price, sort by relevance. No, we don't want. Lowest monthly price. Look at that, lowest monthly price on the leasing company of AutoTrader's, £204 for a Renault 4 E-Tech. Now how about this for an idea? You know how you put price indicators on our cars? How about putting price indicators on your leasing deals? How about that? Let's see some transparency on that, eh? I mean, you don't like dealers ripping customers off, but, you know, what's good for us? Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.